Reilly here. Welcome to the No Spin News, Tuesday, January 2nd, 2024. Stand up for your country. Well, it is not a happy new year for the president of Harvard University. She's out. We'll get to it shortly. I hope your new year is going to be better than hers. Interesting story. I want to welcome our thousands of new premium members to BillO'Reilly.com. They're given as Christmas gifts and things like that. We've got a whole new crew in here to supplement the old crew, which keeps growing. Tonight on the final thought, there are 10 things that all premium members, concierge members on BillO'Reilly.com get that enhance your life. And I'm going to run down all 10 in case you don't know what they are. Tonight begins our election coverage. The presidential vote about 10 months away, and it's going to rip roar. And the reason I'm beginning it tonight is because the lying has already started from the media. It really distresses me on a personal level, and I've talked to all my colleagues about it. Nobody denies it's happening. But if you are going to sit in your living room and watch cable TV news or network news, you are not going to get the truth. You're absolutely not going to get it. I'm going to prove that to you tonight. Okay? And this damages you as a person, damages your vote, damages a country. And I've had enough, but there's little I can do other than give you an honest presentation. That's my fight back. Okay? And that's what I will do. So, our first edition of election coverage begins this evening, and that is the subject of this evening's Talking Points memo. January 15th is the Iowa Republican caucus. Trump is a lock to win that. All right? That is because not all Republicans vote in Iowa. It's the hardcore party activists that vote, most of whom are MAGA people. So Governor DeSantis of Florida staking everything on Iowa, and he can't possibly win it. He just can't, unless between now and the 15th, there's some atom bomb drops or something. After Trump wins the caucus, and he will win by a pretty wide margin, it's over for DeSantis. He's got to drop out of the race because he can't raise money. Now, he'll probably carry on through New Hampshire, which is January 23rd. That's a Democrat and Republican primary. But here's the deal in New Hampshire. Anybody can vote for any party. So I expect a surge of Democrat voters to go to Nikki Haley to damage Donald Trump. It's already underway. So Biden is running unopposed. There's some guy running against him, but it's nothing. And so Democrats are going to go, well, we know Biden's going to be the nominee, but he's really not, but that's a whole different story. So we're going to go and vote in the Republican side against Trump. That will inflate Nikki Haley's numbers. And you'll hear hysteria in the media about that. Now, how extensive that crossover is going to be in the Granite State. Remember, New Hampshire is a tiny state. Nobody can predict it, but money is going in there now, all right, to organize Democrats to vote against Trump for Haley. Now, you might say, well, why wouldn't they vote for Christie or Ramaswamy or DeSantis? Because the Democrats know those three have no chance. Haley is going to hang in. There are only three viable politicians for presidency right now: Trump, Biden, Haley. That's it. Okay. So New Hampshire is going to be a very interesting thing to watch, but you're not going to get it reported accurately like I just did. You're not. They're not going to say that. Even a Fox News channel, which doesn't like Biden at all, they don't want Trump. The management of the operation doesn't want Trump. So there's a conflict there. They bash Biden, FNC does, every day. but they don't want Trump to win. So they're desperately hoping that Nikki Haley rises quickly, and that you'll see that coverage on FNC. If you do watch that, you'll see the Haley coverage. Now, Haley herself runs into trouble about the Civil War snafu, where somebody asked her, the cause of the Civil War, whatever. Dopey question, has nothing to do with now. Haley doesn't mention slavery. Press runs wild. I don't care. Okay? Do I think that Nikki Haley understands what the Civil War was all about? Yes, I do. Why she didn't mention slavery, I don't know. Do I care? I don't care. It has nothing to do with you or me or what the present political situation is. Now, after New Hampshire, you got South Carolina, which is Trump country, February 3rd. Nevada, anything could happen in Nevada on February 6th. Michigan, February 27th. Michigan's a big vote, but Trump's strong. He's running strong among Republicans in Michigan, working class people. Super Tuesday, March 5th. All right, and then it's over. So the primary season is over March 6th. If you can imagine that. That's it. So summing up, we're going to have the best, most honest election coverage. I have told you that President Biden is the worst president in modern American history. Buchanan is the worst of all time, but there's been nobody as bad as Joe Biden has been. So I can't vote for Biden under any circumstances. I mean, maybe if Putin ran against him, I could vote for him, but I can't. But that's not going to shade my coverage at all. When Trump does something dopey, I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to report it accurately. All right. Biden himself, I'm going to get into this later on this week. It's a convention play for the Democrats, not a primary play. I still don't believe he's going to be on a ticket. And that's the memo. So the president and the first lady extend their St. Croix, U.S. Virgin Islands vacation till today. Very nice. They come back. They'll be back in the White House about 10 p.m. Eastern time. And I can almost guarantee you that nothing will be on the schedule tomorrow because Joe Biden really doesn't work. There was an article, I don't know if it's true or not, I didn't take the time to track it, that Biden spent a third of his time as president on vacation or something. I don't know. But he doesn't do anything, as you know, if you watch this program. Okay, Congress gets back next Monday. The Senate shows up. The House shows up a week from today, January 9th. Supreme Court, January 8th. Now, the Supreme Court is to make almost instantaneous decisions on Trump's petition that he should not be prosecuted for decision-making as president. And I'll get into that a little bit more in a couple of minutes. Also, the Supreme Court is going to take care of this Colorado, Maine stuff, trying to keep Trump off the ballot. I know they will. What the time frame is, end of January, maybe before. Okay. I got a missive last night on a text, and I spent 2 hours reading it about the Trump campaign's analysis of fraud in the last election, 2000. Not 2000. I get it right. Reilly, come on now. 2020. All right? Now, I went over it. Nobody else will, but I did. I read it. In order to verify what the Trump campaign is saying, because there's stats galore, it took me 2 hours to get through this. You'd have to have subpoena power, which I don't have. I should have it, but I don't. You would have to have subpoena power to back up what the Trump administration is saying. But the reason I put this out is that they say in Georgia, Wisconsin, Pennsylvania, Arizona, and Michigan, 5 states, there was voter fraud, and here it is. And they mention Mark Zuckerberg, $400 million going into those states, and they mention a lot of stuff. And they got stat after stat after stat after stat after stat after stat. The reason the Trump administration did that, Trump campaign, I should say, is because they're sending that to the Supreme Court. They're saying, look, here's what we found out, and it's within the president's authority to question it and give an opinion on it. So you can't prosecute them for doing that. You understand what it is? So the Supreme Court's going to have to read the same thing that I read, all the 9 justices, and I hope they do read it. And they're going to have to say, and they'll give it to their clerks, check this, check that, check this. If there's validity, Trump's right. That's his job. He's got to look at it. And he came to that conclusion because he wanted to come to that conclusion. But legally, that doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. But for me as a journalist, I can't verify what the Trump campaign says unless I have subpoena power and get these people in and question them under oath. And all. The FBI should have done that years ago. But they'll never do it. MyPillow is excited to announce that their original My Slippers are back in stock. Last Christmas, you made them the #1 MyPillow product. And this year they have smaller sizes, larger sizes, wide sizes, and all new colors. And use promo code BILL to save $90 a pair. Wow. What makes My Slippers different is the exclusive 4-layer design that you're not going to find in other slippers. My Slippers' patented layers make them ultra comfortable, extremely durable, and help relieve stress on your feet. Wear them anytime, anywhere. You'll absolutely love My Slippers. And now they are extending their 60-day money-back guarantee until March 1st, 2024. These may be the best Christmas gifts ever. Please go to mypillow.com and use promo code BILL or call 1-800-869-0298. Remember, use code BILL to save $90 on the original My Slippers. Quantities won't last, so please order now. Let's go to the mail. We have George, concierge member. I'll explain that in a moment. Note to progressives, you cannot tax your way to prosperity. Note to George, they don't want prosperity. Progressives don't want it. They want everybody to be the same. Prosperity, no way. Barbara, I don't care if California citizens want to pay for illegals' health care. I don't live there and never will. Good luck to them. They get what they vote for. Barbara, you pay because federal money goes to California in the form of block grants. Everybody's paying for free health care for migrants. Federal money goes in California. Brian Pierce, West Boylston, Massachusetts, that's Boston. 4 more years of Trump will also come with a price. It will be 4 more years of hatred, anxiety, chaos, and drama. To me, it's not worth it. I did vote for Trump twice, but need a break from him. A lot of people feel that way, but if it's Biden versus Trump, come on. Greg Sutliff, Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. It is acknowledged fact that the Biden family received millions from foreign entities. Positive proof is elusive. No, it's not. Greg, there's banking records that show it. Nobody denies the Biden family received millions from foreign nationals. It's been proven. Banking records are proof. Bob Harper, San Pedro, California. Hey, Bill, the list of states I refuse to go to is growing. I've lost my taste for Maine lobster. It's not the Mainers' fault. It's some nut. I know they elected her, but I'm still going to Maine and eating the lobster, and that's going to be overturned. Marjorie King, Bridgewater, New Jersey. I'm interested in your thoughts, O'Reilly, about Maisie Phillip, who's running for Congress from your district. I'm trying to get her on. Trying to get her on the No Spin News. She's taken Santos's slot as the Republican nominee, and the vote is in February. So we'll see if she shows up. Travis Snow, Dallas, Texas. Got my dad Killing England for Christmas. Loved it. Read it. He read it in less than a week and plans on reading the entire series now. Also, for your Smart Life segment, you might enjoy Spendthrift Sparkling Water. I'll try it. You know, I have sparkling ice. That's what I'm drinking now. Sparkling ice. It's a drink. It's good. No sugar. Nicholas Valkos, Denver, Colorado. I just got all the Killing books. Was hoping you could suggest an order for me to read them in. Killing the Witches first. That's colonial history. Killing England second. Killing Lincoln third. Killing Crazy Horse fourth. And then you can read the rest of them in any order of preference. I might dip into Killing Jesus, then just to get out of the USA for a little while. But those four go in order. Witches, England, Lincoln, Crazy Horse. John Scorsese, Morgan Hill, California, just finished Killing the Witches. Great book. I love the tie-in from Salem to today's witch hunts and lack of due process. That's why I wrote the book. Okay. Last chance to get Witches and Killers for one low price, $21.95. This is the last week for that. We're honoring the Epiphany coming up, and that's it. Our season is over. Also last week for Killing Crazy Horse, only $9.95. If you got gift cards, this is what you use them on. Okay, all the stuff that we have. Word of the day, not be odious. ODIOUS. When writing to me, Bill at BillO'Reilly.com. Bill at BillO'Reilly.com. And for all you newbies, name and town if you wish to opine. Right back with the final thought. The tax deadline has passed, but many of you might still be feeling the pressure. Sorting through expense tracking, estimated payments, all those deductions is overwhelming and can lead to a failure to file or pay penalties that pile up. The attorneys at Tax Network USA can help. Their team has successfully saved clients more than $1 billion in tax debts. Whether you're in the hole for $10,000 or starting at $1 million debts, they're ready to help. Even if you haven't filed in 1, 5, or even in a whole decade, the expert attorneys and tax professionals at Tax Network USA are equipped to secure the best settlement for you and help resolve your tax case. So please go to taxnetworkusa.com/bill. These tax debt relief programs are expected to change. Visit taxnetworksusa.com/bill. Okay, here is the final thought of the day. As I said at the top of the program, excuse me. Welcome to all you new BillO'Reilly.com premium and concierge members. Concierge is the ultimate, which means you get a direct email line to me, and I will help you should you have any problems. I'll give you our best advice, and that's a life insurance policy for your life at a very minimal cost. So I worked hard all morning, and we had a bunch of problems we had to solve today. But premium and concierge members get 10 things. Number one, every morning, message of the day. Every morning, go in there it is. Transcripts of the No Spin News. Sometimes I talk rapidly. We give a lot of stats. You want a transcript? Free. Boom, right to you. Discounts all the time on anything we have in our store. That adds up big time, pays for your membership. Okay? Radio appearances. I do Hannity on Wednesday. I do WABC on Thursday, Sid in the morning. I do Mark Simone, another New York guy. I do a number of radio appearances. They are all listed on BillO'Reilly.com, and they're fun, okay? News quizzes. They are really fun. It's for you guys. New polls. We have polls a couple of times a week. Let us know what you think, okay? Staff commentary. So I allow my staff to give their opinion. That's democracy, right? They have a commentary, all right, where they can put forth their points of view. And it doesn't have to coincide with mine. We have number 8, Sunday column. Now, this Sunday I wrote about Newsom and why he's given the migrants the free health care. There is a reason. Okay? Number 9, News Nation. If you miss me on Vittert or Cuomo, we post it. So you can see it anytime you want. Okay, I'd like you to watch it live because then you can give me feedback immediately on News Nation. I like the network. I want to help them. Okay, and finally, tweets. So I'm a tweeting madman, and we list my tweets. And Holly the Terror Dog, who's doing much better, thank you, is featured in a lot of the tweets. I hope you saw her get up for the New Year's Eve. Holly's demanding more and more treats for the tweets. Okay? So Holly knows she's the subject of the tweets and wants more treats because of that. And finally, again, I want to tell you that we are going to have the most honest election coverage in this country by far. Nobody tells me what to do. Nobody would dare do that. They didn't do it at the Fox News Channel, by the way. Nobody even tried. Sometimes they sulked about what I said. Sometimes they would voice displeasure about what I said on the factor. But they never told me, you can't do that, you can't say that. Why? Because I wouldn't have been there the next day. I did leave jobs because people tried to tell me what to say. I would never do that. The second thing is I write all my own material. Nobody writes for me. Nobody, I write everything. We don't even have a writer at BillO'Reilly.com. So when you hear our election coverage, you know it comes from me. And yes, I want Biden out of there. I want him out of there in the worst way. There's nothing good about having him run this country. But I'm not going to shade the coverage. I'm not. I'm going to tell you what's happening and why it's happening. And I was wrong about the red wave last time around, when I made my prediction that the Republicans would take the Senate and the House. I was wrong. I don't think I'm going to be wrong this year, because we are really devoting so much time for this. So anyway, again, Happy New Year. I hope 24 is very good for you. We really appreciate you watching and listening to the No Spin News. We hope you'll consider premium membership in our operation, and we will see you again tomorrow. Thank you for watching the No Spin News. To watch the full episode anytime on BillO'Reilly.com, please sign up to become a premium or concierge member. Visit BillO'Reilly.com to sign up and start watching today.